is randomized as per usual. You'll see most maps randomized and everything else. The goal here, ladies and gentlemen, very simple. As we begin with World 7, I forgot to mention there was a special game, a game where you actually decide the order of the worlds. Whoops. We must be a little late this evening to forget that, but if you want to play along, you guess the next world, the first person to cross over and actually defeat the Koopaling, well, that's when we begin our little game. It's a fun one. We'll begin with World 7 and a World 6 fort and a vanilla pipeline here with the well, actually this is vanilla by choice here. This is one of the few things that have to stay vanilla, actually. For those who are new around here, Game 3 is very simple. Everything is almost everything is randomized, and all the two auto-scrolling levels, excuse me, are used in this fine little game here. Of course, we have some beta levels sprinkled in there as well. The goal is very simple. It's warpless, no whistles, no end cards will be available at every 80,000 points. You get to the end of the world, you beat the Koopaling, and then of course you have to beat all 7 levels in the order that they have been shuffled in. And of course all of the levels vary. You have all the tools of the trade. Hammers are traditional in this case. They break rocks, but no locks. No warp bristles. Plenty of hammers, plenty of hammer suits, usually. Sometimes they're not around. You get the world, of course, the goal here to get the World 8, which is the last, because to beat the game, you got to beat the Koopa. So, to find the Koopa, yeah, I gotta find the keep. You find the keep, you get to the castle. You get to the castle, you kill the Koopa, you win the game, you win the game first. You win the race. It's as simple as that. Meanwhile, this is World 7. Usually the tunnels, one of the things that is randomized is a tunnel distribution. You don't know where you land. The goal in World 7, obviously, as I like to call it, the Isle of Happiness, where you find the castle. Right now, Jedab has found that Isle of Happiness, but unfortunately, the castle's locked, so you got to beat a couple of fortresses to do so. A couple of stars in the piranha plant, as you can see right there. There are no fortresses in the way. So this is going to be... Usually, when you go have like a World 2 or World 3, you get an idea who might get a... We have a pause for Jedab, who was trying to... Of course, the piranhas in that little piranha plant level move no matter what, so he was trying to manipulate that. Good move. We have, for those, oh no! One Fine Day took a hit first. Whose audio is on first here? Right now, One Fine Day has a lead, but in Rando, a lead is a lead, and it's not the lead until you actually lap people. you gotta beat a couple of worlds ahead of other people. Strategy here is very simple. Of course, very simple, but it's very important as well. We'll see how things pile up. But we have found the fortress that breaks the lock, so it's a dash to the actual thingamabob. But ooh, we had a wild hot foot on One Fine Day. I believe he found the fortress that breaks the lock to the fort. But Teeks found his way to the airship as well. But Euro and Teeks, I should say, excuse me. We have a 2-hitter, 3-hitter, 3 hits, 4-hit Wolfgang. And for those wondering, everything is shuffled, including the levels. Some levels do stay around the Spiral Fortress. Does stick around in the corresponding tunnel to get to the sky and to the ground, respectively, in World 5. While they are shuffled in map, they stay the same. One goes to the other, one stays. It is there because you need to get to the sky to beat the castle. Unless the castle decides to move, which we have not seen yet. Now, for those wondering, you usually get an item for being the world. However, in World 7, that has not been shuffled. You get the sinister letter from King Koopa, the King of the Koopas, saying, "Hey, I got your girl." And more stars for the on-screen challenges / Piranha / Hammer Bras. There we go. We're going to rejoin the audio of Teaks. We have the World 2 Fortress. So, for example, to answer I Am Little Monsoon, all the levels are shuffled as well. So if you see some levels that you recognize in a world, like, for example, if the Fort 2 was an actual Fort 2, it would be vanilla in world, for example. But the levels terrain, for the most part, are shuffled as well, are randomized. Meanwhile, Euro is making a visit to the Toad House, picks up a frog suit. You're gonna have to, because you don't have end cards. They usually spawn every 80,000 every 80,000 points. However, it's it's been removed. So for those wondering, a lead, Teaks has a lead at this point, not the lead. Everyone is in World 4, which is our next, which was up next. We visited World 7 first. And Teaks not taking too many chances. Euro taking a hot foot death. And everyone's picking up some items. Hero's gonna pick up a hammer bra from the hammer bra from the hammer bra. So one of the Hammer brothers in World 4 indeed has a hammer. If I remember correctly with the setup, hammers break rocks, but I believe they do not break locks in this particular setup with the flags in this level. Teaks has a one-hit Koopa Link to take that one down in quick succession. Give us your guess. Which one is the next world? We have up to 8 is not eligible because it is the last one. For those in the chat playing along, give me your guesses in the chat. We'll see who. I think World 3. Call it a hunch. So one of you is saying World 1. That's not a bad choice. And we have World 1. Bunny Cools gets it. World 1 next. And that was fair simple. Looks like the hammers do break locks. Congratulations, you get no prize, but you get bragging rights. That's always nice. And of course, remember, Worlds 1 through 7 is what you're looking for. The lock moved. But it still needs to be broken, which is what Teaks is doing with the hammer, with the boom boom. On Fly Day going through the coin ship. A rare sighting indeed, especially in Randomizer. The coin ship is randomized as well. There's no specific trigger to get it, last time I checked. We have a hammer. Everyone else still stuck in World 4. Teaks in a lead with right now in World 1, which is our third world this evening. One fine day going through his world is World 3-1. Whereas World 3 Airship 1, we have a Hammer Bro holding a leaf. Hey, you know what? I've seen worse. Antiques reaching the airship in World 1. I was wondering, yes, that was indeed the door skip, which is very well performed. No airship cutscene or auto-scrolling. For those wondering, those one thing that's been removed from the randomizer, for those who are new, that's been, I think that was added about a year and a half ago. They've been removed, so to speak. If you die in an airship, it does not move around. It's actually, but it's coded to not move for your speed running pleasure, of course, for your racing pleasure. It is part of the randomizer hack only in this case. Jake's moving right along here, finding the World 8 fort. I believe you could skip the cutscene by reaching a specific spot in the wand when you get the wand in a specific wand, but the auto scroll is removed. That's one of the 2 auto scrollers that are still intact. For those wondering, what someone asked in the chat there. Basically, the 5.9 and a beta level, which is seen, I believe it's the World 6 beta. Those 2 remain the same as especially in the case of 5.9. To beat the level, the auto-scroller needs to be there. It is a common strategy. If you do see 5.9, do not expect people to actually run 5.9. You might expect a death, so to speak. Most of the rest of the competitors are actually reaching World 1. Teek's finishing up his level. I forgot to mention which one is the new world. Because Teeks is in the new world, he's in World 6. I believe it is a way to cheat. It is a strat with most runners to try to get the wand at a certain point where you can actually get to skip the falling cutscene to where you get to fall towards the king. And for those wondering, we have not seen 7-1 yet. We don't know. It is in the shuffle. We have not seen it. Of course, it's warpless, but it's not 100% warpless. So we may see World 1. Of course, a chance to see maybe some mac and cheese. That one shot World 7-1 clip, we may see it. We don't know if we will see it, but it'd be nice to see it. Jake's once again in the big lead, everyone else. One Fine Day just finishing up his World 1. And so is Europe Salis, who both are going into World 6. Meanwhile, Teek's going through World 5 in the sky, the Fort 5 in the sky. And from the looks of it, Jedab is the only one still picking up some items, taking this sweet time, but not doing too bad, all things considered. Especially when one of the Hammer brothers is the big boy. Teek's having to deal with another big boy Hammer brother. And picks up a star. So everyone has at least one hammer, which could be used as a rock breaker. If of course the path works in their favor. At least on map. We have a hand level. For those wondering, the hand levels do deal out the same thing. The items are shuffled, are randomized. but they will deal out the same item, which in this particular seed will be a hammer. That's fortuitous. I don't know if I want, in this particular situation, I want the hammer or the wall or the cloud. But we do know that if you see a hand level, there's a hammer, so there's at least 3 hammers. Or at the very least, we know 4. As we've seen the one from earlier. And right now, everyone firmly in World 6. With Teeks taking that hammer and breaking a rock. And we have the 7 maze. One of my favorite levels, actually. And Angry Sun making its presence. Which is another element that can be randomized. So far, no one's going for extra 1-ups other than just the 1-up in the card level. Jake's making quick work of a vanilla route maze. You know, pick up a 1-up. In his stead, Euro will finally be joining us in World 1. I'm sorry, World 6. Excuse me. Pardon my French. In a very quick World 6, all things considered for Teeks. Unless Euro found his way. Yeah, he found his way out real quick, so Euro has picked up the lead coming into World 5, as a matter of fact. That snuck up on me. So right now the race is between Teeks and Europsalis. I'll get that name right. I will ask. We find a cloud in Jed's corner. He'll probably find that useful, I think. Right now, Teeks finishing up his World 6 with Europsalis taking a lead at this point. That World 6 usually is one of the longest worlds in the game. That got sneaky fast. And wow! If you could break that lock, that World 5, excuse Europsalis, by the way, as he touches the sky. As you mentioned, you see the Spiral Fort is in the sky, so you need, of course, you need to find the tunnel, which normally would be in the sky to get you back in the ground in vanilla game. Back up here. It's confusing, but you need one to get to the other, as you've seen demonstrated. And it looks like Euro will get his boom boom. Looks like he's gonna break his lock, and Teeks meanwhile finding the worst fort in the game, the World 7-2 fort 2, and indeed that is a quick World 5, all things considered. X1372, I'm having a hard time reading the name too. Europsalis? I don't know. I will ask. I'm just calling it Euro for now. Jed taking a headbutt, picks up a leaf quickly elusive thanks to Waffles, but he's gonna make it. And tunnel up there, and there you see where the so the Spiral Fortress has been removed. I have been out of the loop for a while, folks. What can I tell you? Looks like we finally found a way to mix up the tunnels in World 5. That is neat. Teeks will pick up a situation. It's going to be Dunzo here. We're on World 2, by the way. And we have World 2. We have World 2 too in World 2. Vanilla in World, but not in position, obviously. Actually, no, it is Vanilla. That is a Fred. Jedi using his frog suit does lose his frog suit in the fight with the Hammer Brothers, but it was very useful. He picks up the P-Wing. Euro is doing the run for your life gambit, the race against the star clock. And for those playing at home, the next world obviously will be World 3, and the last up will be World 8. So 7, 4, 1, 6, 5, 2, 3, the order of worlds that we've visited this evening, or will have visited this evening. One Fine Day will be joining us. We have another ham level in Jedab's corner, another hammer distributed as well. Euro finds the fort, but he'll have to beat it to break the fort. Oh, bad placement, but he does pick up a star. And another star, those Euro. Takes good demotion through his Vanilla World 2 too. Jedi going through one of the 7 mazes. One of the World 7 maze levels. And trying to do a clip from the looks of it. And he gets it! Maybe not in the position he probably would have enjoyed, but considering what he had to go face up against, I cannot say I blame him. Ooh, dodges the getting bitten by the big boss Bass. Ooh, it got sniped twice. And Euro picking up a lead at this point, going into World 3. He is in the airship. Takes us in the race against the star. Man. We have the Navy up in One Fine Day's corner, which was, I believe, one of the forts we were seeing in World 5. Takes gets his done. Will be joining us very soon. We'll be trying to join Euro very soon. And a little whoops on Euro. He'll beat his World 2 going into World 3. And he will pick up a music box. And we have a very vanilla situation with World 3. Do we have a God Pipe? Not directly, but we have another free pipe to check. And no, we'll have to go through, we'll have to beat some levels. World 3, of course, all the pipes I've distributed. Well, of course, what I mean about God Pipe. Well, usually in World 3, you have a free pipe to check. In Randomizer, all the pipes are checked. And if the map is left vanilla, one pipe leads to Wendy's Island, Wendy's Castle. Guess where that goes from there. So not a 3 World 3. But all things considered, all our racers making decent time, all things considered. Jedi finally taking care of business. Jakes will be joining us in World 3. very soon. Teeks had a lead. Now it's Salis in the lead. And he does find Wendy's castle. It took a couple levels to beat, but he finally gets it done. Nothing's locked, so he is on his way to Wendy. And one hit for Wendy, and a heavy Wendy, a thick Wendy, a 2-hitter, 3-hitter, 4-hit Wendy. It is a full HP Wendy, 5 HP. Goes are randomized as you've noticed during the run. Some have 1 hit, some have the regular 3 hits. Some don't have the shake when they're supposed to have the shake when they stomp. As you see, Wendy, she got full HP, and she was thick. She was stomping like crazy. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Salis is in the lead going into World 8 HE Double Hockey Sticks, where it becomes the great equalizer. This one's very simple. Like I said, you got to find the keep. We have 2 tunnels to check, and a hand level, which is surprisingly forgiving. So we have a pipe check. And a fort, and an airship that turns into Fort 6-1. Or 6 Fort 1. And you're going with the damage speed strat. It'll be small Mario, but he will have some stuff to pick up. If he so chooses. He does not. He does check, but only gets a mushroom for his trouble. So usually, when that's randomized, there is a star sometimes. And that does kill Boom Boom. Good positioning by Salis. Not the best, but he does pick up his orb. And one fine day, got caught by the hand. Gets World 1-5 to deal with. Takes dealing with Wendy. Have a little bit of trouble, but gets it done. So we have 3 of our 4 competitors, actually 5, all 4 of our competitors having jumped into HE Double Hockey Sticks. Right now, Salis in the lead. He's looking for the keep. Actually, no, Jedub is in World 2. He is a solid 2 worlds behind. So 3 of our 4 in our quad have joined the last thing, the last world to beat. And like I said, the goal here, get to the keep. Find the tunnel that gets you to the keep. One of the tank is a regular action level. So he gets that done. He finds the dark map. Finds the tank and the super, I believe the Navy and the super tank on the map. Bounces around, gets a hand, and he gets sucked in. World 5, and he chooses to die on World 1-6. Interesting choice, but we'll see if that actually pans out. Those who have the Boom Boom Orb are forts, so that's why you see that's why you see the super tank and the Air Force and the Navy have Boom Booms. They are technically considered forts. So does One Fine Day. One Fine Day takes a death. So One Fine Day and Salis choosing the same similar strategy. And for those wondering, Human Mustard was one of our runners. He finishes up at under 30 minutes, 29:26. So this is indeed a very quick seed, all things considered. I hope he jumps into the chat. We have found the keep, but no bridge. We need to build the bridge. So someone needs to beat some forts. Teeks has the Air Force to contend with. And we have the super tank. So both in vanilla and obviously not in position, but definitely vanilla in world. And as you see, Teeks going through the Navy in the desert. He's going through the desert with a horse without a name. Europe Salus going through his second boom, one of the boom booms. He's got to get that done. Takes the tunnel. One fine day with the... And now it is now time to find the last one. Euro going through his airship. Teeks has jumped back in the lead. He has found the keep and the bridge is built. He is in. No hammer suit. He's got the fire suit. Usually the hammer suit, if you keep it all the way to the end of the level, it is very useful as the hammer is like many hits per frame, which kills Bowser right quick. Teeks goes for the world's most famous clip. Jumps around. It has become a race. One fine day with Teeks in the lead. One fine day going through his clip. And Teeks is in the room. Oh, he needs to be careful here. He may do it. Teeks from behind. He was in the lead. He fell behind and he gets it. Teeks snuck behind after Europe Salus had the lead for at least 2 worlds. Europe Salus still refuses to beat 1-6. And Teeks gets that done at 31-27. Throw up your GGs, everybody. Oh. And one fine day loses his fire. He's got to have to do it the way, he has to beat the Koopa the way God intended. Teeks with the winner, SRL time officially, 31-27. One fine day in second place. Gets it done. He's got to done it in a couple of seconds. He's got to enter the door and done of... There you go. SRL official time. 32-20. Second place in our quad. Europe Salus, who had the lead. No. He's got nothing. He's going to have to beat the game. He's going to have to beat the Koopa vanilla. Well, in this case, it would be to your advantage to use the weird, the strange. Oh, there you go. There you go. Wait, isn't he supposed to be dead? No. The hitbox is in the boss's head. If you uncrouched, he would get a hit. In this case, he does not. And Euro getting it done. And gets it done finally. And Jedab is the only one that is left. Hopefully we get some interviews going. I'd be interested in seeing, because that was a very quick seed. And Euro Salus done. Official SRL time 33:51. Wow, what a race. There we go. Now Jeddah finally reaches 1D. We're going to keep it going until he is done. He is in World 3. He will find HE double hockey sticks soon enough. One fine day antiques are in the setup room. We're going to await their arrival. This will be a very interesting chat. Number 1 and number 2 in our quad. Let me see if I could bring him in. There it is. Teeks, GG.
Thank you. GG's.
And one fine day joins us as well. One fine day. Welcome. GG to you as well.
Thanks.
This was a sneaky quick seed. Everything looked like it's gonna be slow, and then somehow there's the tunnel to Quickville.
Well, it would have been a lot quicker if I didn't fail all over the first world.
I think. Oh, and Jed, I'm having some trouble with a 5-hit Wendy. He gets good. He gets stomped. Yeah. I'll tell you this. This was, I don't know if I'm saying it Europe Salis. He had the lead on you, Teeks, for about 2 worlds, and then you snuck up behind in World 8. You found the key first.
Oh no. I'm guessing something
actually
happened
found
with
the
the
key
handfuls.
Actually, he got caught
see.
with, there was another one that was in the path. He got caught by that. You got caught by the first one. And I think that last hand level I think played goaltender. Got you to win in that case. From my vantage point, of course.
Yeah, I've really lucked out with the hand pulls in World 8, because more often than less I've gotten robbed by about 5 or 6 hand pulls on something like...
Yeah, you get at least
I don't
one.
know.
Most people at least get the one. Europe Salis, he had at least one I do know.
Hmm.
And right now we have Jedab, who finally joins us in World 8. He had about as strong a start as you guys, but I think he got caught by a couple of bad hits, which kind of, well, he fell behind, but he's still at 36, going to his first hand level. He got caught by the first hand level here. He's in World 1-5. So obviously I missed it a little bit because it's been a while. In World 5, do we still have the Spiral Fortress, or is it all tunnels now?
The Sky Fort is still there.
We just got lucky with the extra tunnels then. Okay. The tunnel distribution helped out in this case. Like I said, sneaky quick. You find the tunnel, it turns out it gets you to the sky.
Yeah, I mean, World 5 was pretty fast. World 6 would have been faster. I played an extra fort that I didn't have to play because I wasn't thinking about routing. My routing was not very good in this.
It's kind of tempting to just play all 3 of those forts in the beginning of World 6, especially when they're all right there. You don't want to worry about having a bridge to cross right before the airship and then having to backtrack, because I've made that mistake before.
Human Mustard, who got a dot done at 33:51 in our SRL. Yeah, those hand levels. Good lord. And of course, Human Mustard, I beat the hands like a boss.
I think somewhere in World of World, I ran the risk of falling behind until I realized that I still had a Cloud and Hammer that I could use to get to the airship instead of just playing 3F2.
I believe the hammers do break the locks as well in this one, did they?
In this flag set, yes, they do.
In this flag set, they did. Because we've been running last few races I've called that they did not break the locks. So I was like, okay, I'm obviously a little rusty in the commentating department.
Understood.
Right now, Jadab is going through his situation here. He has found a couple of tunnels, and he's found the dark room. He's found the tunnel that goes to the other side of the dark room. He's looking through his tunnels. He's found the keep, but now he needs to find the fortress that builds the bridge.
Oh no, this is going to be a wild goose chase.
It probably was it for you guys.
Not for me. I think I got the I think I got the best route I could out of 8.
I think so too. I mean, I played that first tank, which just ended up being a regular level, and then that just opened up the path that would end up being one of the 2 levels that would end up unlocking Bowser's Castle.
You guys chose to skip to die at the 1-6. Was it a hunch?
Oh, you can get around. I knew I could get around the other way, so there was no point in clearing that.
And he's beaten 1, but he has not built the bridge just yet. So now he's just trying to fall, and he gets got by the hand. And he is going through his World 6. He's going to beat it. I think just because it's a hand level. Get it done so it doesn't bother you again. That 1-6. We're watching with bated breath as Jeddah finds his way to the keep.
It's such a shame that Randomizer will often spawn one of those fire snakes or one of the fire chomps. It's kind of inconvenient when you just want to
gets right in that
speed
right
over those wooden
position
beams.
where it what? You gotta love those, don't you? Don't know why Jeddah is. He just beat a hand. He did not. That does not. There you go. I think it was force of habit by Jeddah there. He went right back to the tunnel. Oh wait, I need to build the bridge. Whoops.
But that's understandable. I think that can kind of happen sometimes. Sometimes they'll just re-enter pipes that I was already in like a second ago, just because I have really bad short-term memory of where things lead.
It's the pressure of the race of the speed run. I would assume as well.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And he finally gets one boom boom done. I'm pretty sure he's going to go right back to check if the bridge is built. And he does. He's going right back, and he finds he needs to beat one more that little airship. Or no, the Navy in this case. Which turns out to be the Air Force. Which, by the way, be thankful it is the auto-scroll for your speedrunning pleasure. He does take a death. He's got 4 lives left, including the 0. He's looking through his charms. He has the 1 leaf he left. So it looks like he will have to beat the Koopa vanilla style. But he does have a star going into that to that castle. That will more than likely help him through at least those lasers.
Looks like he still has 3 clouds in his inventory as well, I noticed.
He does indeed, yeah. Lots of clouds and hammers in this seed.
But yeah, we really lucked out. We were really generous.
Yeah,
with,
the fan levels were generous in that aspect. All right, here we go. Now he beats that. And Jeddah will take a look. And indeed, the Navy was indeed necessary. And why would he cloud? I don't think you can cloud the castle, but he'll do it anyway. Good call. Did he try? Uh-oh. He jumped. What's he doing?
He's going for the clip.
He's going for the clip. He gets it. I mean, it's the most famous clip. And then, what happens then? He's just going to face a Koopa. He'll have to beat it to the traditional route. But he will get it done.
Gets the people's clip. Is he going to power up?
He fell, and down he goes. Hammer's not useful, Jedab. Get in there. I know.
Must be saying in chat that there was a flower up there.
Yeah. And Jenna, finally, he's not going to be able to do the clip again, so he'll have to go down the stairs and watch out for waffles. No. Oh,
downstairs
no.
is always... Yeah, the downstairs route in Randomizer is always rough because you just don't know when those rotodiscs are going to reverse.
Yeah.
It really messes with your muscle memory a lot.
And I believe I think muscle memory told him go for the clip, but you can't because you're not your little Mario. Now, the good news at the very least is that he at least gets a free life, so he can try the castle as many times as he wishes without forcing a game over. But, and being small Mario gives him the advantage of actually being under Bowser in the fight. He just needs to get there. And... oh! He does pick up a power-up. Alright, he's going for the power-up. Flies up, and now he gets it. There you go. Couple of flame, one last laser, and a couple of flames, and one last bit of platforming is all that is left to do. And there you go. There we go, and then Jedab will go through that strat to finish back Koopa off. We'll get that after all time. Right, quickly. He's actually in good positioning, too. And down goes Koopa. He gets it done. We're not going to mess around with the semantics. We'll give you the dot done. He's actually put it in just now. 47-36 official SRL time. That was rough.
Dude.
Poor guy. Now let's see if he wants it. Let's see if he wants an interview before we wrap things up accidentally here. But he finally gets it done. And Jedab says, sure, we'll talk to him in a couple of seconds. See what he's going through. He had a good start and a rough end. All things considered. So we'll bring him in for the last few minutes of our particular chat here. There we go. And in comes Jedab. GG.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was a rough sit. Yeah, everyone else had a fairly easy time. I've kept an eye at tabs on you. You were taking your time there. From the looks of it.
Once I knew I was in last and had the stream to myself, I did take my time a little bit.
Well, GG nonetheless. It looked like everyone had a good quick start. It looks like you had a bit of a rough.
It was a bit of a rough start
there.
It was a rough start, and then I got turned around a bit. And those overrule pipes got to me. But I guess in my defense, I haven't played this really much in the last. I haven't played this since the last tournament, really.
Ring rust.
So,
that always happens.
I played last week. I played last week, and I improved upon that time, so that's something. But
so you're getting back into the swing of things.
I'm getting back into it. I feel like there's a tournament coming up at the beginning of next year, so I should probably get some practice in before then.
Well, you didn't do that. You still sub 50. That's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, I was first place.
Take that for what it
30,
is.
29 minutes. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna take some time to get back into it, but it's always a fun. It's always fun. Yeah, thanks for.
You paused, and Human Mustard in the chat was like, "Pause. There's a flare up there." And dead. Whoops.
Yep. That that panic pause whenever you know you're just gonna die.
Yeah.
I was trying to say
all three. Any final thoughts before we log off for the evening?
Yeah, I left 3 clouds in the inventory at the end there, plus 1 hammer, which doesn't help. Could have skipped some levels. I was holding out for auto scrollers, but gotta use those items.
You just didn't run into them, which is not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing, but still some items on the table. That's okay. I was gonna try to save a frog suit for the end, but that didn't work out either. But got through it. That's all that matters. And thanks again for commentary, and thanks for the restream.
All right, well, no problem. That's going to do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of everybody here at Speed Gaming and for us, the Super Mario Brothers 3 Randomizer. My name is Manager J. Thank you very much for tuning in. Do not forget to follow all these fine people who ran and restreamed for you. Until then, I'm Maddie. So long from the Mushroom Kingdom. Have a good night, everybody.